school. It is Mosaic. Allegra.
Sure.
For those who need to hear it. I wish I could take each curse, each toxic thought, each grimy monkey contemplation straight out of your head and draw them hot baths, soak them in empathy and whispered repentance until they're clean enough to be tucked neatly back into your skull. I wish you would understand that these creatures that poison your mind in the dark, that crawl through your veins and unsteady your bones in the heaviest hours of the night, are not a part of you, not of you, not you. Sometimes it takes every gasp of effort not to be cooled into glass, especially when you have been spun, and the flames that kept you from deforming now keep you from breathing deeply. And I know sometimes it is easiest to shatter. I know sometimes it is easiest to succumb to the soft circles that wreathe your eyes and say, I don't deserve this. You deserve midnight drives with all the windows rolled down. You deserve grass stains and fireworks and pink evenings. You deserve to see your own breath in the air. You deserve fingers combed through your hair. You deserve rest, dreams, soft words. Call yourself by your favorite name. Think about what braces your body. Learn to love water, then know that you are 60% affection. It's okay to let yourself go sorry-eyed. It's okay to have a hard time waking up, despite what all other evidence points to. You are somebody else's compass. And if you can help a friend find their way home, you are going to find yourself again.
Allegra, everybody. These judges, they are so fast, and we're going to keep it moving. Put your hands together, also from Mosaic, Hailey Wilson.
Right up on that mic, poet.
How many until I must face feelings I don't understand, but for the thin ice that has slowly been melting beneath me,
me of hating you. I knew you were truly just asking me if I loved you. There are those words again, always caught in the back of my throat. I swallowed them like poison because speaking them would be forgiving you, and forgiving you would be letting you be my mother again. But I've long since forgotten how to be your daughter. Some kind of miracle needs to happen. Like the second coming of Christ. Maybe it will be tomorrow. Maybe we'll hear about it on the news, pile into the car, and drive cross country to go see Jesus. Sure, some people will be skeptical, but we'll know. Maybe he'll even come to Ohio. Maybe we won't even have to drive. Maybe he'll just appear right in our front yard. Maybe he's here now, waiting for you on the doorstep. Maybe I'll get to see you smiling, like you mean it. We're gonna move on, everyone. It's time to hear from Mosaic High School. The first poet up is Maggie Wright. Put your hands together for Maggie. Do you ever feel sorry for the kid allergic to everything? Can you imagine what it would be like growing up allergic to nuts, milk, wheat? What would childhood be without ever eating a PB&J sandwich, washing it down with a cool glass of smooth chocolate milk? These kids with allergies literally do not know what they are missing. A more interesting question, however, is how they found out. And maybe they were tested, but surely something sparked that decision. You never know what stories are just waiting to be told. A bubbly young boy who had just turned 6 begged his parents for a pet with whom he could play. A dog, cat, or rat to pet and teach tricks. So they all went to the pet store the very next day. Unfortunately, a soft furry mammal was not a good choice. With each one he looked at came coughing and wheezing. His parents thought quickly and with a resounding voice declared they'd get him a gecko, which would trigger no sneezing. A precocious little bookworm devouring her father's collection, reading books far beyond what her grade level must. Until with an old yellowed volume, her eyes gave objection. Itching and watering, she was allergic to dust. That was the very first book she never did finish, though her love of good stories never diminished. And I have a story as well, a small, cheery girl who struggled with spelling. My grandma seemed to think it quite silly that I was not very girly, only being good at boyish subjects like science. Her argument was rather compelling. You see, I am allergic to writing, to spelling and grammar. The piles of papers triggered headaches and made my eyes water. So I picked 2 fists full of bright yellow flowers, hoping that they would somehow give me girly superpowers. But I cannot change who I am. These dandelions triggered an allergic reaction as well. Do you ever feel sorry for the girl allergic to expectations? Don't be.
That was Maggie Wright, everybody. All right, coming to the stage next is another poet also from Mosaic. Put your hands together for Samentha G.
They know. Your sticking fingers couldn't keep my skin from screaming, couldn't hide these siren eyes, they could read your handprints. Painted scarlet between my peekaboo ribs like hieroglyphics, depicting art to the board. They heard, they saw, and yes, they know. I think I forgive you on my good days, when the memories don't halt my breathing like needles wedged under my toenails, glass burrowed in the flesh of my souls. I give you, not for your sake, but mine. I have to release you for every star untouched, every dark moon left unexplored, for every single skyline. Unstained by the blood of my pinpricked fingertips, all the precious energy I wasted, stretching this quivering torso to its outer limits, nurturing the three heirs to your throne, appropriately named not good enough. I reclaim it all. I pick you clean from under my nails, brush you from the creases of my tired eyes, purging the you from all that is me. You don't know it yet, but you're standing at the door. Like the incubus that you are, you keep asking, begging, pleading for me to step aside, to allow you this one last time to see you crush me, to watch the rose dust that once was me leave a winter pink blush to your skin. No, I refuse. Today it ends, so just pull your syringe out of my spine. I will no longer be tapped. Nothing's left to let the cycle start again. Just leave me. But one last thing before you go. You always seemed kind of small to me.